Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So we're looking at XRP for this video, and it's pretty much gone what we've said. So firstly, we hit this level 1.4161. Now what did we say was that when we do tap this level, if we go further, we are going to be seeing a flush, in which we did. We're seeing XRP down over 18.5% as of the day so far. So this is the exact flush that we were talking about, and we want to look out for the next level. Now, one thing I want to specify in terms of when you're looking at this, what we've said was 38.2 was a level that we think if XRP was going to go down, it was going to tap. Does that mean that it's going to be the last level? Of course not. One of the biggest things that you have to look at is that on this channel, not only do I cover XRP, but I also cover Bitcoin. And the reason why I mentioned this is because if you look at Bitcoin, what we've also said was that Bitcoin was going to go to 70K. And when it does go to 70K, it has a high likelihood of also going to 60K. And so far, we've seen it hit 70K. We're looking at 65K, and we're just moments away from 60K. And so there is still room for falling for Bitcoin. Now, the reason why that's important is because of beta. It's because by understanding that if we are seeing Bitcoin going down, we're going to be seeing all these other crypto falling down along with it. And that's why we said we don't know where the exact bottom is. We do know levels where it's going to tap. 1.4161 was the one being that level. And of course, there is still more because Bitcoin has not yet hit 60K, meaning it still has room for decline. And that translated to all these other crypto, XRP included, means there's also room for decline as well. And that's why you have to pay more attention to not just XRP itself, but the rest of the crypto market as well. And so, some people may be thinking that I thought 38.2 on the Fibonacci was going to be the last level. Of course not, because Bitcoin's falling down further. So we're going to be seeing XRP falling along the rest of the crypto as well. It's about which levels we know it's going to go to. And 38.2, you can even see the flush is that level. Now, a level where I think we're going to next, and it's from this small consolidation back in November 2024. And what we're looking at over here is this around 1.0 to 1.16. Now, it's essentially just the $1 area. We've already talked about whole numbers. We talked about why 1.5 was important and the importance of if we see it flush below 1.5, we're going to see it fall down. Once again, that's what we saw. But another thing is the whole number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of these are very sentimental levels. These are extreme psychological levels. For XRP, if you're going to ask me, where do I rank the one price in terms of the importance from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be ranked number 1 because $1 is literally the dividing line between a dollar, so a whole dollar, or going into the cents territory, 0.9, 0.8. And so that's a very important level. Now, I do think that there's still room, so around 1.1 as well, of where we're going to go to. That's still a good level to look out for as well. But it looks like we're trying to fight for this $1. We're trying to fight for the survival of still being above that dollar, of being the whole number, a whole dollar value, as opposed to the cents value. And so I just want to reiterate what I've said. There is still room for decline. There is still room to drop because Bitcoin has yet reached its bottom. The 60K is where we think it's going to very likely reach. Now, is it going to fall after that? That depends on how we react to 60K. But the 60K is a very important level to decide whether or not we've bottomed out. And so until Bitcoin reaches 60K, we are going to be looking at the rest of the market also free falling as well. But the levels we want to look out for as well for these individual cryptos, the important level right now would be 1. So anywhere from 1 to 1.1 is where we're looking out for. It's where I think XRP has the area to go to. In terms of the pullback, you're looking at once again, 1.4161, 1.5, and going back up to those Fibonacci levels we've pointed in the above. And so if you want to look at a bounce back, you want to be patient. We're very likely going to be seeing a hit 1.1. In terms of certainty of hitting $1, like we've said, there is still room for growth, room for decline. But I do think that we're going, as we get close to that $1 area, we're going to be looking at more and more buys coming in. So that's going to be what's going to be used as the reversal momentum. So that's what you want to look out for XRP. So don't just blindly, because I said we're going to tap 38.2, you think that that is the final level. That's of course not the final level. You have to look at it against the rest of the market. As always, now this is financial advice, and I'll catch you guys next time.